I'm Darlene Christopherson. I do hand needle turn applique and love teaching it. And my favorite tip to share is how I prepare for hand needle turn applique. I thread baste. It sounds like double duty, but actually every minute you spend in preparation gives you several minutes back in comfort and a better result in your applique, I believe. So I have an in-progress example here of something I've been working on. I prepare using thread to tack down each piece, and the way that I tack it down is important. I leave a bit of seam allowance around each edge so that I can easily needle turn. So I have some setups here that I can share with you so that you can see how I would prepare to do something a little simpler than what we're looking at here. This is a very simple little block with very few pieces. As you can see, it has a north, south, east, west centering line right on the pattern. That is an applique-ism that is needed to help center not only to help center the block, the fabric block, right onto the pattern itself, so that when you go to place pieces on there, it ends up being right where you want it to be. So I need to transfer this template pattern information from here to the top of the fabric where it's needed. I use freezer paper and I trace one piece at a time. I transfer the template numbering information or placement information from here to the template as you trace. I'm tracing with a solid line that tells me something. It is a finished seam line along the solid line. And here, where another piece will come along and cover a raw edge, I trace with a dash line. It's as simple as that. So once those are all traced independently, you cut them out. And when you cut them, cut right on that line. This is going to be your template line that you trace up against. Where you had a dash line, leave a bit of paper seam allowance. Once those are all cut up and you've chosen your fabrics, we're going to press the fabric right onto, we're going to press the templates, waxy side down, paper side up, to the right side of the fabric and trace right along this finished seam line with something like a silver art pencil or a white 9mm mechanical pencil, something that you can see and then not have to think about when you're done. So trace along a seam line but not along a raw edge. And once that is done, you will cut a seam allowance. And the way you trim your seam allowance is important. A consistent 1/8 of an inch right along the template, following the shape, even where you had a raw edge, 1/8 of an inch, consistent, following the shape. When that is all completed, then you will align your background fabric to your pattern by folding it in halves and in quarters and then pinning it to the pattern and centering it and fastening it to the pattern so that then we will go to a light box, see through the pattern, and know where to place the pieces that we've just prepared. So here is this block in another colorway where we have pinned all of the pieces in place. Remove the freezer paper as you pin and use as many pins as you like because they're going to go away. Next, remove the pattern remove the block from the pattern and begin to baste. Use a contrasting color thread and baste a hefty 1/8 of an inch in from your marked seam line or a good 1/4 of an inch in from your cut edge. And you can put down as many pieces as you like at one time. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be with applying more pieces. So because of the way this was basted, you can now come along and just allow the basting stitch to help you needle turn under. So you can put under and grip a hold of it and just roll that under. You see how that just is a perfect edge for you to now come along and applique and needle turn in whatever direction you go. You're ready to go.